Review the beer reviews.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, is that what we do here? We review beers. We
Okay.
do. Okay. I always let guests go first. Steve, Scott, Ty, do you want to go first, or you want
I
someone
don't.
else?
I think Ty should go first because
What? Why would I go first? That doesn't make any sense.
that's her.
No. We're not going to torture Ty here.
Don't torture Ty.
Do you want me to go
I
first?
kind of like that, but what?
Hey now.
This isn't my chat. I'm not going to call for Tygasms, but if
Okay.
you guys have them, you should totally Tygasm.
All right. So, do you want me to go first then? I'll go first.
Yes.
All right. I'll go first. All right. Let me flip to the thing, and then we'll do after we do the beer reviews, we'll do the word of the week.
Inconceivable!
Oh, D. Brenton, thank you for the follow. I think I said that properly. If I did not, I apologize. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna flip off this, and then I'm gonna turn this on right here. All right. So tonight, I'm super excited about this beer. Again, when we were at PAX, a lot of good friends of mine brought me beers. My friend Sathros brought me beer. My friend Ratchsphere brought me beer. And also my friend Helminator brought me beer from New Brunswick, Canada. So tonight I am actually reviewing the Stella Maris. I don't know. I'm not French. I have no bloody clue how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to go with it. So it is a beer de gar style beer. It's about 7.5%. I've never had this before. I don't even think you can get this in the U.S. So if anybody knows if you can get this in the U.S., I should have brought beer. Yeah, should have brought a beer. You can still go get a beer. So, Gull, you should have... you were there with us. That's why. The only other time I've had a beer of this style has been the... what's it called? And I had it all queued up and everything, and then I kind of failed. It's the Domaine du Page by Two Brothers Brewing Company. This style, which again seems like there's not a lot of breweries making this, is a golden deep copper color. I'm reading this, by the way. I'm not just that intelligent. The light brown color, but it's a kind of a earthy cellar-like musty aromas to it. At least that's what they say. So we're gonna crack this bad boy open. And since this thing has traveled far and wide from the depths of New Brunswick, Canada, to Boston, to Pennsylvania, I'm going to get some paper towels, and I'm going to make sure that this thing does not explode all over me. I seem to have the worst luck with the pop tops, like these corks things.
Sucks when it explodes all over you.
Yeah, I hate when I pop my top. All right, there we go. Thank God. No, not a lot of fizzing. Actually, none. So that's always good. All right, real fast. Let's pour this bad boy and see what we got here. So you can see it's a little bit of like a copper color, like they said. Now I remember this the one Domaine du Page by Two Brothers was a bit more amber. But as you're getting in there, you can see that's a little bit more amber. This is about 7.5%, and this is not made. From what I was researching it, right? This actually wasn't made by a brewery. This is done by a distillery. So when I went to their site, I couldn't even find no fizz. You did it wrong, probably. Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, we bring the lewd. It's a problem. If you need
nothing-
us to tone it down, just tell us.
No, not at all. Go right ahead. Go for it. So this is extremely malty. And this is kind of what I was hoping for last week when we were having this. What's up, Toaster? How the hell is it going? Toaster's just here because he wants to do trivia, and he loves the beer. So, no, this is very similar to the flavor that I remember from the Domaine du Page. And the Domaine du Page was actually represented as a French farmhouse ale, which kind of makes sense for where it comes from New Brunswick, Canada. The whole site that this actually had here was talking about the liquor they distilled, and I couldn't even find the beer, like this beer, on their site. So I'm not sure if this is even being brewed anymore. It didn't seem like it was like a limited edition type thing, but But yeah, this beer was brought to us by Humminator, who's from Canada, who came down for PAX. So
And is in the chat.
he is. He's a good guy. I appreciate him bringing beer for me. You know. This is you can tell there's a little bit of like a more of a. I'm gonna try not to spill it on my keyboard as I do it. You can see how it's a little hint of red down here, like down at the bottom there, maybe. But it's more coppery, I think, in color. Super malty. I really need to text Ann because I'm sure she would want to taste this, but I may just keep it for myself. Shh, don't tell her. She might be mad. Oh man, she might be mad. But yeah, this is a fantastic malty beer. There's not a lot of hop presence here when you're thinking about hop bitterness. You know, it is not. It's definitely you're definitely not getting any of that at all. So let me see. I just want to give you guys some idea of what some of the other beers that are in the United States are of the similar style. So Russian River has Perdition. It's the same style as this. Lost Abbey has Avant-Garde. If you guys are near that. New Belgium Brewing Company has Beer de Mars, which is a similar style to this. I mentioned Two Brothers out of Illinois, which is where I had this style first time. And to be honest with you, I'm actually quite of a big fan of this. I really love the Domaine du Page from Two Brothers, and this hits the spot exactly like that did. There isn't a lot of carbonation in it. It's not like I'm not getting a lot of carbonation in my tongue. But I'm gonna probably say that this is a 4 out of 5 for me. I really do love this beer, and at 7.5%, it's not too drastic of alcohol, so I'm not gonna be knocked on my ass. But I probably should text the wife and say, "Hey, hon, I got this up here. Come have a tasting of it."
You're still gonna be knocked on your ass.
You lived in Naperville, Illinois. Yeah, not 2 Ton, but 2 Ton actually is another brewery that I know. But Two Brothers Brewing Company is fantastic. I live right near there. Oh, really? That's cool. So, all right. So that's basically what I would say about this beer. I mean, this is a. And Helman, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I saw, this was actually done by a distillery, and I didn't see any other information about other beers that they had there at all. But this is a fantastic beer. So if I could find more beers buy them, I definitely would. Yeah, it's still the distillery on the back. You know, it's not. So all right, so here's a little bit of information on the back here, in English because I can't read French. This beer is in honor of a star that is a starry tricolor flag of the Acadian people. Red represents the suffering of the martyr, the white impotence of the manners, and the Acadian people should strive to maintain. The blue is the faith of the future, survival. Gold, the star, is a rallying point and demonstrates all the properties and devotions of the Acadians. I guess it's in the Acadian region up there. So if you can find this beer, I would recommend it. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars here. And that's pretty much what I would say about it. I mean, if you know, I can't find it here, but if I need to get some more, I can definitely trade it through the beer trade we're going to be starting up here.
Beer trade.
Yes, we're going to be doing a beer trade. Yes. That is a thing. So if you guys are new to the channel, we're actually starting up a beer trade using an app called Beer Exchange. I spoke with the developers the other day, and we're working out a way to do an episode just devoted to the Beer Exchange that we're going to set up for the channel and for the followers. So if you haven't followed, please do follow. You can hear about all the great stuff we have planned for the future. So, all right. So, like I said, 4.4 out of 5 stars for this beer. And I'm just going to kind of sit back and let someone else review, and I'm going to drink this in peace and quiet. So, who wants to go next, by the way? Anybody volunteering? Don't all speak up.
I'll go.
Ty's going.
This is going to be way less informative, guys. Because what had happened was I thought in my brain that today was Monday and we were doing this tomorrow, but it turns out we were doing it today. So I went to the beer store after I got done working today, and this is what we found. Are you ready?
Pumpkin.
Yes.
Oh,
So this
nice.
is Avery Brewing Co. Annual Barrel Series, batch number 6, Rumpkin. Ale brewed with pumpkin and spices aged in rum barrels.
Ooh.
It is 17.5%. So I'm just going to read you the side of the bottle. Oh, it's also brewed in Colorado. You guys, for those of you that don't know, I am from Colorado. And so I like buying local and supporting local companies if and when I can. This one's from Boulder. I live in Denver. So they're only about an hour away from me, which I think is pretty freaking cool.
Oh, yeah.
So it says, we wondered what would happen if a monstrous pumpkin ale, plump, full of spicy gordiness, were aged in fine, fresh rum barrels and add suggestions of delicate oak and candied molasses. Rumpkin is what happens. Also, it's called Rumpkin, guys. If you have any of Daniel the Demon's demon butt emotes, please make the entire channel right with them. Please do that. Or the Tygasms, those work too. I'm okay with that. All right, so let's see if I'm like capable of opening this, because here's the real decision as to whether or not Ty should be allowed to drink this. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, guys.
We'll find out later.
We'll find out a lot of things later.
17.5%. That's
Let's see.
That's a life changer right there.
Okay. Ooh, it smells delicious. Yes, Natus. Yes, Mimi. All the butts. Okay, so we're gonna do the thing.
Oh my god.
You regret inviting me, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm glad. We've been trying to work this out for a while.
For a long time. I know. Okay.
I'm still on the fence a little bit.
I'm still on the fence a little bit.
Thanks, Scotty.
Okay. So it's darker than I thought it was gonna be. Quite a bit dark. Ooh. It smells very pumpkin-y. Like if you put too much cinnamon in your pumpkin pie.
Ooh.
And cloves. Cinnamon and cloves. There's a lot of cinnamon and cloves. Are you ready for this? Are you prepared?
I'm super excited about that. Holy shit. Sorry, I'll save that for after.
Oh my god, it's fucking delicious. Stop. It's like, so every pumpkin beer you've ever had that's like the pumpkin beer you never wanted, you're like, oh, it's kind of pumpkin-y for Halloween. I'm drinking it because it's Halloween and it's pumpkin. It's like that, but if you injected that with like crack, it's like crack pumpkin beer.
Wow.
Crack pumpkin beer?
It's it almost tastes. Have you ever had something and you're like, there's too much flavor here? I feel like by the end of this, it'll be too much though.
Okay.
Like if I drank the first couple of sips, I'm like, yeah, man, that's amazing. But I feel like if I drank this whole thing, I'd be like, oh God, oh dear. It's very rummy.
You know what? I that's how I feel about what's the Steve, what's Tim's favorite beer? Pumpkin beer. The Southern Tier.
Oh, the pumpkin.
Yeah, I think it's just it's way too sweet for me. And
yeah, so I love pumpkin actually, but I like pumpkin for the first half a pint, and then I'm like, it's like cloyingly sweet and thick and like too much.
Oh yeah.
So I like to start with it, and I like to have like half a glass of it, and then I'm done. I feel like this is gonna end the same way, where I'm like, oh man, this is so good, I love it. But after about half of this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I see where we're going now. That said, unlike pumpkin, it does have a lot more of the rum in it. which I really like because it starts heavy pumpkin beer and ends nice spiced rum. So it's almost like instead of doing like apple cider with spiced rum, if you did like a pumpkin juice with spiced rum in it, this is kind of that. It's good. It's good. I will find this again and drink it as often as they make it.
Yeah, and at 17.5%, you probably could
I'm gonna
age
get
that.
fucked up.
This beer is...
after like 2 or 3 sips, I'm like, oh. So I think here's the other thing. I think by about halfway through this, where I would start feeling like I wouldn't want to drink it anymore because of the flavor, I'll be drunk enough halfway through it. I won't give a fuck, and I'll drink it all anyway. Pretty sure we're gonna make it through this no matter how that happens. But it's like it's most of the time when I drink pumpkin beers, I'm like, there's no pumpkin flavor here. There's a lot of cinnamon, there's a lot of cloves, there's a lot of allspice, there's a lot of everything except pumpkin. This tastes like pumpkin. Like, not like a bunch of... It does have all the spices, and they're really nice in there, but it doesn't taste just like spices. It actually tastes like pumpkin.
So
which I like.
Would you think it's better than pumpkin then?
I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah, I would... If I had a choice between this and pumpkin, I would drink this.
Pumpkin is so good.
This is delicious.
I don't think I've ever had it before.
It gets better.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing, and now I'm like, can I just... Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no! So here's the other thing. I'm kind of dieting, guys, and I don't want to know how many calories are in this bottle. It's 17.5%. I'm fucked. This is like an entire meal. this is, and I'm.
Don't look it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Definitely.
We're just not gonna go down that road.
So,
Wow.
If you're gonna give a star rating, what would you give it?
4.
4.
Yeah, pumpkin sits around a 3 or 3.5, and I like it a lot, and I go to it because it's easily accessible. It tastes pretty good. Most people like it, so if I don't finish it, someone will. And it's not super expensive. This, I paid, I think, $13 for this bottle.
Oh, wow.
But it, again, 17.5%. Like, when you think about it, I don't need more than maybe 1 or 2 beers at that point. Like, why would I need more than that?
Right. Yeah.
The only problem that I see for me is because it is such a high alcohol content, I'm going to drink it very slowly, and it's going to start getting warm pretty quick, and I'm not sure that I'll love it by the end.
But at 17.5%,
I won't give a fuck.
You won't give a shit.
I literally won't care. It won't matter. I'll drink it anyway.
Oh, man.
It's more than wine. Most of the wine that I drink is only about 13%.
Yeah.
Chug it.
Yeah, average. Yeah, chug it. Exactly.
I do have another one. I have a really low alcohol one to finish the night off with.
Don't have any open flames around there.
I know, seriously, you got to be careful of that.
It's delicious. I would want to eat this with something though. Like, I feel like I want something. I don't know. I want to eat something with it because it just feels so heavy, but I also don't know what you would eat with it, to be honest.
With that,
I'll just drink more.
I think you probably could like reduce it down and put it over like ice cream or something like that.
Oh man, if you reduce this and like put it over pancakes or like over ice cream, oh, magic.
Oh.
If you made Rum King syrup, it would be the best thing you ever put in your mouth.
I think maybe
things in my mouth.
that what. Oh, I think that might be a thing. Who knows? We need to definitely get that.
Yes.
Maybe try that out.
I highly recommend it. I think it's delicious. Easily 4 out of 5. And if I had this as a choice over every other pumpkin beer I've ever had, I would choose this one. Hands down.
That's pretty amazing.
It's really good.
So I just really want to call out real fast, Rogue Angel. Thank you so much for that donation. I never know what the hell to say when people donate me money, so I'm always taken back. So thank you. I don't even know how to express.
Rogue is amazing. Just say thank you. He knows.
Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate it. So before I just go on constantly saying thank you, I guess I'll get on to another review. Steve or Scott, who wants to go next? I'll let you guys fight it out. Fisticuffs.
I'm gonna jump in and go because I'm getting very thirsty sitting here.
Ah, there you
And
go.
I've got a head start on that, so he should.
Yeah, see, I feel good. All kinds of warm and fuzzy.
So aside from changing my location to the even creepier basement with cinder
Nice.
blocks and low lighting, um, two things I wanted to mention. One is not about the beer I'm drinking, but it's more about the glass. So I found this mug, and I had to drink out of it tonight because it reminds me of Norm from Cheers. So that's what I'll be drinking out of tonight. The other item I wanted to mention is the beer I'm drinking tonight is actually pure hoppiness from Alpine Beer Company. So I was actually really excited when I found this beer because it is brewed just outside, well, it was brewed just outside of San Diego in Alpine, California. Awesome West Coast IPA. I actually had it on tap at a pub in San Diego probably about 10 years ago. And it's stuck in my head, and I saw it at the liquor store last week. I'd never seen it in a bottle, so I picked up a bottle, had a bottle right when I brought it home, then looked it up online and actually found out that Green Flash about 3 years ago bought Alpine Beer Company.
Really?
And now they're doing everything out of San Diego, opened up the distribution network. So it's an awesome beer. In terms of comparing it to what I had 10 years ago, I have no idea. I don't even remember. I just know it tasted awesome, and it still tastes awesome. So that's where we'll leave that at. So here's the bottle, Alpine Beer Co. Labeling it as a double IPA. I don't really remember it being a double IPA back 10 years ago, but I really remember many things labeled as double IPAs 10 years ago. So, again, I'm colorblind, so the color looks awesome. I'll let everybody else decide for themselves. Get a nice citrusy scent off the top. I find most West Coast IPAs to be very juicy, very citrusy. This one has a very nice hop character to it. Get nice bitterness on the end. I relate the bitterness to the more citrusy notes coming out. Just an awesome beer all around. Rating it out of 10 or out of 5, I'd give it a 4.5. This is just an awesome beer. And doing a little reading online, and a lot of people are actually knocking it since Green Flash took it over. I say it's still a great tasting beer. So yeah, I think anytime you have another company buying a smaller company, you always get the people that are going to hold on to the company that got bought. Oh, it was so much better back when they brewed it. I don't know. I think there's hold on to memories the first time. I think this is still an awesome beer.
I don't think I've ever had that though. So I didn't know. Do they still do like they produce stuff under the label of Alpine, or is it just they are okay?
Yeah, it still comes under the label, but my understanding is it's all brewed out of Green Flash now, and they're using Green Flash's distribution network. I think this particular beer, the Pure Hoppiness, was just distributed worldwide in 6-packs. I think last year or the year before.
Oh, wow.
This is the first year I've ever seen it in New Jersey.
Oh,
so,
wow. Not
to say it wasn't in New Jersey prior years, but the first year I've seen it.
That is, I'm gonna have to look for it because I don't think I've seen it in PA yet. So,
I'll save you a bottle here.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. We got a bottle of the beer soon anyway, so that'll be a thing. And I snuck off real fast while Scott was doing the review, and I went and got a cup for my wife and poured a little bit for her, and she's tasting it. She'll probably come in and you'll see her hand like come in from here, be like thing. and she'll probably give you a thumbs up or something like that. We'll see. And thank you guys for thank you Rogue Angel for the follow. I do appreciate it, and everybody for all the hosting too. I do appreciate that. So all right, Steve, are you ready?
I'm ready. And Ray, it's good to see you on. I'm going to take over the can responsibility for Scott this week. Yes, Ray just said, "Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen Scott without a canned beer this time."
He has done a lot of.
I don't think I've seen it either, so I'm kind of sad about this. So I got to give props to my buddy Terry, who I think is in the chat somewhere.
I see him. There he is. What's up, Terry?
This is number 4 of the treasure trove of Vermont beers that he brought back for me. And I'm happy to say that now that I'm going to be cracking number 4 open, and I'll be out going back up to Vermont this weekend to go get more beer. So everything just kind of like fills in the gaps. So yeah, this is an American Pale Ale from Upper Pass Beer Company in Vermont. As my dead soldiers up there on the shelf indicate, we've had my last 3 reviews have all been from the Alchemist, a terrific brewery. So I don't want to put any pressure on Upper Pass to have to live up to that. But yet again, Vermont, I'm sure is going to kind of come through. So I am psyched to try this out, which is not an Alchemist brew this time, but something else from Vermont. So as an American Pale Ale, I'm expecting kind of an amber. We'll see. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's looking like what I would expect. This is the first time I've ever had this, so I'm kind of psyched about this. We'll get the whole pint into the glass, since I don't have a giant bottle or a giant can or a crowler or a growler of anything this week. This is just one delicious pint.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is kind of a nice hazy. Oh yeah, very very hoppy nose on this one. This smells good.
Watch and learn is how you pour. Apparently, everybody's pouring better than I have. So I know. Oh well.
All right, we'll figure it out. Oh, this smells really really good. So cheers. Here we go for the first taste ever of First Drop APA from Upper Pass. Yeah, this is really easygoing. American Pale Ales sometimes kind of disappoint with a little bit too much bitter. I love hops of all kinds, so the bitter doesn't hurt me at all. But this is nice and smooth. There's like nothing on the back end of this. It's all disappears and it's ready for the next sip.
Is it a New England style juicy like IPA? And Joe is saying he's suggesting it might be. Which is actually interesting. We can talk about that in a little bit, because I think that it was just made into an official style by the beer.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we might get some clarification. I didn't even know about that. This is pretty light. I think like the lightweight of the gang tonight too. This is stated on the can as a 5.9%. So hey, this is pretty easy going, which is probably good since I've been drinking all day. I mean the other day.
Uh-huh.
Did I say that?
Maybe. Yeah,
this is delicious. Yeah, you have to give me a few minutes on a number, because this is much better than I thought it was going to be. As tough competition, but yeah, this is really delicious. I really like the fact that it kind of drops off at the end and doesn't leave anything lingering. So the next sip is just as good as the first.
Well, Steve, while you're thinking about a rating, and Ratchesphere may have heard of this. So I have a buddy that came down from Vermont the other week, and he said, while everybody talks about whatever that big beer is up there,
Heady Topper.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
He said even better than that is Sip of Sunshine, and it doesn't have that much of a national proclaim behind it, but he said that one is the one you got to find.
Sip of
I don't
sunshine.
know. I don't know if Ratchet Sphere has had it, but he said it is awesome.
I think he may have, and it kind of sounds very familiar to me because I think he and I have talked about that before. And Drew, you tell me if I'm misquoting it, but it is a Sip of Sunshine is so good. So go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Yeah. So Steven,
actually, that's a good to-do item for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Terry, did you hear that? We're gonna go looking for Sip of Sunshine.
There we go. We can get up in Vermont.
Cool.
Sip of Sunshine is huge. Very
No,
high
there's
trade
Joe.
value. Ooh.
Ooh.
Beer
All right.
trade. Air quotes.
I think we got a winner there.
so
Excellent.
Steve, can you bring a couple cans back for us or bottles, whatever it comes in?
I think we have room to bring something back for us. Yeah. We have like just a little beer trade amongst ourselves.
We can do that. Definitely. That works out.
So I will bring something out to Colorado too. Don't worry.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I accept.
Excellent.
So what would you give that as a rating then?
This is a 3.75 in my ratings book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a pale ale, or is it?
No, it's hoppy enough to. It's approaching a 4, which is where I would probably put some of the other guys.
Okay.
Behind me here on the shelf.
Your crowlers hanging out there.
I know. By the way, I just wanted. I had actually ran out and did a shirt change.
Oh, nice.
It's a Trogs shirt, but it's a big hop.
Oh, kick ass.
So yeah, I had to do a costume change.
So London, thank you for that huge 30 viewer host. Do appreciate that, man. How are you doing? You're up late like Ray. Do appreciate it, brother.
I'm allowed to do 0.75.
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Anybody who's watching for the first time, my name is Escape Time. To do a little recap. If you haven't followed, by all means, please click that follow. We are a beer talk show that is on Twitch every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I don't have this elevator pitch down by now, then I probably shouldn't be here. So, all right. So I think we should probably do the